Paulie, just before I let you go, man, thanks so much for your time. Crawford Porter, how do you see that fight? Do you agree that Porter's as big an underdog as the books have it?
I don't know. I don't even look at the books, but I'll tell you what. If Crawford hadn't shown me what he did against Horn, I'd really have a lot of questions of whether he can handle Porter's style. Like I'd say, man, you know, this is a physical guy, like a rougher guy than you might be accustomed to seeing. But the way Crawford handled Jeff Horn, to me, was impressive, because that was a physically breakdown kind of guy. He breaks you down physically, just roughs you up. So what he did to Pacquiao, you know, and just roughs you up and just
that was
makes
a close fight. People try to say it was just a robbery, but Horn, that was close. Horn.
No, I don't think it was a robbery. I thought Horn won the fight, but I mean, I thought Horn won the fight. It's funny, that fight particularly, I watched it in a bar with no volume, so I didn't even know what the commentators were saying. And I remember everybody around me thinking Horn won the fight after the fight was over. Like, with no volume and no commentators in a bar, I didn't even know there was a whole scandal until like later in the night or the next day, you know, when it was like, I was like, wow, really? This way they were talking about the fight, you know? But Horn has the kind of style. It really makes it really ugly. And I thought he would, you know, Crawford as a former lightweight would be troubled by such a big physical guy, you know, and who would purposely make the fight physical. But yeah, I was surprised that Crawford handled him so easily. So, and having seen that, it's something that you can't help but to think about Porter. Porter probably, I'd say he's better than Horn. He's a better fighter than Horn,
for
right?
sure.
But not necessarily for sure. I mean, Horn's underratedly good. Horn was underratedly good. He just ran into Crawford. But Horn was a pretty good fighter. Horn was beating good fighters like in his first 10, 15 fights. You know, I mean, he was fighting Randall Bailey. He was taking on, you know, guys were sharp, but guys that also you don't take on that easily, you know. So Horn was good, I think. But I think Porter, you know, massive amateur pedigree, a lot of experience in the pros already, but he's a smaller guy than Horn. Maybe he's better, but he's smaller. So if a physical style of Horn didn't bother Crawford, is a physical style of Porter going to be that much of a bother to Crawford? And that's where I try to make the comparisons and try to, you know, think about the fight in that way. So for me, if I take that into account, I'd probably go with Crawford. You know, I can't. You know, I don't, and I can understand why everybody would pick Crawford, because the way I just broke it down, I say, you know, what else can Porter do besides be very physical to Crawford? Can he box to Crawford?
He's got good feet.
It's very difficult to box.
In and out, keep him off balance.
Yeah.
I'm trying here.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a lot of arguments to be said, you know. And Porter does have a little bit of a weird rhythm that, you know, sometimes makes him hard to come in, but makes him hard to time. But you know, we'll see.
Where'd he stack among all the great fighters you fought, Paulie?
Porter, a very good fighter.
Porter,
very good fighter.
Top 3-ish, top 5.
I'm not gonna
put a number on it.
No. But he was rough to deal with. A rough guy to deal with. You know, it sometimes it doesn't feel like a boxing match when you're a Porter. You know, it's rough. You know, like, so it can be a little bit debilitating. But Crawford seems like he's growing well into the welterweight division. He's not that small, you know. I think, like I said, what he showed me with Horn, that he's able to deal with the physicality of a bigger guy like that. For me, that really kind of makes me question if Porter can be only physical. Porter's gonna have to bring a lot more than just be physical.
That counter punching gonna be a problem.
Yeah, and you know, Crawford goes to the body well, he goes to the head well, you know, he mixes up well, he fights out of both stances. It's a tough fight. We'll see. It's a good fight. I mean, Porter is certainly deserving of the fight. It's not like we're talking about this fight and we're saying, oh, well, who else can Crawford fight? You know, he should have fought this guy or that guy. No. I think the Crawford and Porter fight is a very good fight to make. I just think Crawford's right now he's too good.
And lastly, brother, you dropped so much fire on us already. You know, forget about resume, just boxing, just how they are as fighters. Who's better? Who's the pound for pound man, Canelo or Crawford?
I don't know, man. It's hard. It's hard, man. I tell you what, for me, Crawford's more complete. He's a more complete fighter, you know. But Canelo brings, like I said, those intangibles to the ring too. You know, you're dealing with a lot more than just a fighter in the ring when you fight Canelo. You know, you're dealing with a lot of stress and anxiety from a lot of different avenues. You know, Crawford, as far as inside the ring ability, I feel like Crawford is more versatile though.
Because his feet?
Feet. He fights out of both stances.
Right.
I mean, it's just, you know, he's very good. He's very good. You know, I think he's more complete inside the ring. But like I said, Canelo brings you not just inside the ring. You got to deal with stuff outside the ring too. You got to deal with the whole pressure of the situation that other fighters don't make you deal with. So it's close. For me, it's personally it's Crawford, but you know, it's not you know, the be all and all.
Paulie, thank you. Grazie mille. Please watch Paulie all week on Fight TV.
Blue Moon Fight TV.
We'll say it again, Paulie.
Blue Moon Fight TV. I'm working with Blue Moon Fight TV this week, so we'll be covering the fight. I'm working with them. I'm working with a few other companies, but this week I'm with Blue Moon Fight TV, and you're gonna be seeing more and more of them in the boxing world.
Sounds great. Always grateful, Paulie. Thank you. Thanks, brother.